Nation, we are back, and I'm on the road, and we got a lot to talk about. Let's get it.
Touchdown, Raiders!
Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building, man. You guys know what time it is. We are back. Welcome to the latest installment of the Graphic and Wasted Show.
Or the Waste of the Graphic Show, whichever way you like to slice it. My
Brother,
dog.
a lot to talk about today. Before we get to that, man, let's acknowledge the greatest chat in YouTube history. As always, salute to everybody here, man. Make sure you guys pay your bar tabs over at Waste's channel. Also, make sure to wipe them feet over here at OLV Raiders Network and hit that subscribe button if you guys are not subscribed yet. Once again, you guys, I am on the road in Atlanta, so bear with me. The Wi-Fi is strong, but I do not have a mic with me, so I'm just talking through the laptop. I'll be here until Friday, but you know the content does not stop. So, but salute to everybody here in the building. I see Green Dot Gang, man. Get off my lawn gang is heavy. It seems like everybody here in the building
Yes,
is
sir.
really rocking with the Green Dot. Get off my line, gang. Salute to you guys. As always, some breaking news today. We were talking about it as my son tries to FaceTime me right now. We've been talking about it all week long. Let me put this because my son's going to blow me up until I actually answer.
Yeah, so we've been talking about all day long. Klint Kubiak is going to be the next Raider head coach.
Yes.
I mean, and listen, you guys know how I felt about this. We wanted him, but we wanted to get assurances that he takes the job. And as of right now, it's looking that way.
Yes. There was a ton of information that was coming out yesterday about the Raiders meeting up with Klint Kubiak. Some photos surfaced of Mark Davis in a bar out there in Seattle. Spy Tech looked like he was there with them. Now there's reports coming out that Brady and Kubiak had a phenomenal conversation. I don't know if you got a chance to see Ian Rappaport's tweet. Let me read this real quick to you guys. Again, man, it looks as though we have our guy, you guys. And
Sir,
to add a little bit more, optimism, Mike LaFleur just was hired as a head coach out there in Arizona as well. They were the only team that we were worried about potentially stealing away our future head coach. But it looks as though they got their guy in Arizona and we got our guy. Salute to Jeremy Fowler. He put out a tweet. This is one thing I was told about with Klint Kubiak in Las Vegas is that he and minority owner Tom Brady very much hit it off in the initial interview. Both are all ball. A source said he was able to create momentum with his initial interview that carried on into the week. Ian Rappaport put it out there as well. The Raiders are targeting Seahawks OC Klint Kubiak as their new head coach, per me and Tom Pelissero. After Saturday's second interview, Las Vegas can't officially hire Kubiak until after the Super Bowl. Kubiak's resume has been on the field this season, one of the game's best coordinators and a leader behind closed doors. Now, soon to be Raiders head coach.
sounds great, don't it? It sounds so fine, don't you agree?
It does. And, again, we've talked about him and ad nauseum over here at Shieldmore. But, I mean, we've seen what he did with that Seahawks offense. I think they had the number 7th ranked offense in the league this year with Sam Darnold at the quarterback position. 351.4 yards a game, averaging a game. 338 and a half playoff averaging per game. 51 offensive touchdowns, 9 playoff offensive TDs as well. I mean, they turned that thing around out there with Klint Kubiak, running the offense. Passing offense, number 8 in the league, 228 in the air a game, 213 and a half in the postseason, 25 passing TDs, 4 playoff TDs in the air. I mean, look, dude, even rushing, they look really, really good out there with that 3-headed monster with Charbonnet, Kenneth Walker, and George Halani. They were, I believe, 10th in the league in rushing yards, 123.3 a game. So 15 touchdowns on the ground. well, I'm sorry, 25 touchdowns on the ground, 125 in the playoffs, 123.3 average during the season, and 4 touchdowns already on the ground in the playoffs as well. We got our guy, you guys. We got our guy. I'm hyped about this. We look, man, on to the draft. On to Fernando Mendoza here, Wasted. It is what it is.
On to the draft. I mean, listen, there are reports out there that the Jets are going to offer a Godfather deal to the Raiders. You know, to be honest with you, I don't think there's any metric where the Raiders don't take this kid.
No.
So, you know, on to, you know, greener pastures, right?
Yeah.
And it's looking like the Raiders finally hit a home run. You know, this has been the biggest coaching hire in decades, man. Mm-hmm. It really should trigger the resurgence of the Raiders brand. And, you know, like big hires are always kind of measured and made based off of the level of success that they have. So let's hope that, you know, Kubiak can kind of like right the ship in year one. Now, I don't necessarily see him turning this thing around in a sense where they start making a run in the playoffs and stuff such as the Bears did, because, you know, Caleb Williams was a rookie, right? Without Ben Johnson, and he was into his second year and he made a substantial leap. But if any quarterback that's come out in the recent past that I think can hit the ground running in the construct that Klint Kubiak has, it's Fernando Mendoza. All of that RPO stuff, you know, play action, all of that stuff is all the things that Klint Kubiak runs really big, because it's the Shanahan offense, right? Pre-snap motion and all those things. So this is a guy that if you're looking at his pro comp, a lot of people say his pro comp is Sam Darnold. Mm-hmm. So this is nothing but right.
I'm not mad about this at all. I love it. I think that we got the best coach in this cycle, and I'm hyped, man. Salute to Ray Glide. If he was taking a Raiders job, why interview with Arizona? Just wondering, bro, was he not convinced at first? Let me say this, Ray Glide, okay? There's such thing as a respect level in the NFL, okay? If the Raiders potentially move on from him, or he decides to leave the Raiders at some point, he may double back to Arizona. You do not want to burn bridges in the NFL. Yeah. It is a very small circle of coaches. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So he did that out of respect. I think Arizona knew the writing was on the wall as well. Yeah. And again, he met with them late night after the Raiders' second interview. They had a conversation, and you know, shortly after, I think Arizona already knew the writing was on the wall, and they went by Mike LaFleur as a head coach. Again, it's a small, very, very small circle, you know, in terms of the coaching circles in the NFL. And again, I think it's a respect level here, right? So,
definitely.
You know, and once again, there could have been a little leverage there, even though I think that Tom and those guys were going to say, "Hey, we're going to throw to the kitchen sink at you. Whatever you want, we're going to get. We're going to get you." So again, I think it's a respect thing. Wasted.
Yeah, I definitely do. I mean, listen, you don't burn bridge because you might have to walk back over that bridge, right? It's a level of professionalism. Yeah. It's a professional courtesy to go and at least hear them out, right? The thing is this, right? I think the way Kubiak has handled this whole thing was part and parcel to him going back to Seattle.
Yes,
I think it was never going to be a metric to where he was going to Arizona to begin with. It was always going to be either he comes here or he goes right back to where he is. Because to be real with you, he has one of the best jobs in the National Football League currently. Yeah, he's a great job out there. You know what I mean? There's really no real reason to leave him. You know.
I want to put this out there as well, because there was a narrative out there that we spoke about a few times about him having a family and not wanting to move him. Salute to my guy Federo. He sent me this on IG. Not sure if you knew this, but Adam Hill, the Raider beat writer, said Klint is single and doesn't have a family of his own. So many folks, including Wasted, and you guys, were worried about him and wanting to move his family. He doesn't even have a family, nothing to worry about. So again,
I think a lot of people assumed that he has a family because Gary Kubiak talks about his grandkids. So it might be because of his brother, and they were getting him and his brother confused. I found that out today as well.
Yeah. So just a heads up, salute to my guy Federo. Again, there was a narrative out there that, you know, a lot of us in Raider Nation were thinking, damn. I mean, look, when there's a black cloud around this organization, there's a black cloud. We're going to find every negative and we're going to pick it apart because, again, we're the Raiders and it feels as though we can't have good things. Well, guess what? Today, we got a great thing. We have a great head coach. And now we're going to go target Fernando Mendoza, #1 in the draft. And we're off to the races. Salute the Raider hater. Now let's go get our kicker with the first pick in the first round.
Oh my God. Talk that Al Davis shit.
Good old Jano 2.0, baby. So to Marky Mark, I hope the Raiders can finally break the curse of potential. Every season we go in thinking this team has a lot of potential and they never do anything with it. This feels different. Facts, man. And again, I think this season, I think Spytek feels a little pressure. I think in year one, he didn't really feel too much pressure. I think that they went with the last option in Pete Carroll. Spytek got a little bit more, power, going on right now. And I believe that Spytek is going to turn things around with this draft class. I'm telling y'all now, keep an eye on this draft class. Let me close this door real quick. It's getting louder here.
Look, what I think is going to happen is I think last year's draft class is going to turn this team around.
Oh, yeah.
Them coming into this year, we're going to see who from that draft class can really play, especially with a guy that knows how to utilize them. You're not going to have all of these weird tropes about compete and all this bull crap about these guys not playing. I think that, Kubiak's going to play the best guys. I don't necessarily see a situation where you're going to have the nonsense you had last year. So you're going to see the Caleb Rogers of the world cook. You're going to see the Jack Beshers of the world cook. Yeah. You're going to see these guys early and often. And I think last year's draft class also is going to do a hell of a job next year.
Definitely. And keep an eye on, Michael Mayer in the last year of his deal. We got Trey Tucker again, who, we've seen what, Kubiak has been able to do with Rashid Shaheed. Like, this dude is an all-pro kick returner and Pro Bowler. So, and he's a free agent. That's another guy that I think that he brought over from New Orleans, made the trade. He's a free agent. I can see the Raiders bringing him in, but him and Trey Tucker, keep an eye on Tucker this year, man. Last year of his deal, this can be a big year for his development with such a bright play caller. And keep an eye also, you guys, on Chandler Whitmer, the quarterback's coach of Fernando Mendoza at Indiana. He's out there taking interviews. I know he interviewed with the Buccaneers, I believe last week or sometime this week. I wouldn't be shocked. I would not be shocked if this is an all hands on deck type situation. I know there's no real true connection, at least that I've looked into, with him and Klint Kubiak. But keep an eye on the 34-year-old Chandler Whitmer, the quarterback's coach out of Indiana. I can definitely see the Raiders bringing him in to add even more firepower to that offense, a guy that helped unleash a lot, in Fernando Mendoza in his Heisman year. So we have a lot to unpack now. It's not official, you guys, until the 9th. But again, we can start kind of looking now and start forming this coaching staff around Klint Kubiak at this point, because it looks as though it's a foregone conclusion. It's a done deal. There's an agreement in place. When I see Mike LaFleur get hired, I was like, okay, I'm comfortable now saying that he's going to be our guy. And it looks as though
you know me, right? Like, and it ain't over till it's over.
Yeah.
Right. Because you can always keep your job. He has a pretty damn good job.
He does.
And the Seahawks haven't won a Super Bowl yet.
Nope, so not at all.
There's a piece of that as well, right? Thing about it is this: when we start talking,
nose ring, no booger, promise.
When we start talking about the coaching staff and who they can bring here, just pay attention to the fact that Kubiak has a wealth of options because of the simple fact that Shanahan coaching tree.
Yeah.
So he has access to people in with the Rams. So access to people all over this league.
Yes.
49ers. He has access to a lot of young and up and coming people that we might not be thinking about. So make no mistake about it. There definitely is going to be a hell of a coaching staff, because all of those coaches, man, are super bright, and they have guys that just lining up right behind them.
Yep.
Lining on up.
Keep an eye on John Benton, the guy that has ties to the Saints as well, the O-line coach out there in Seattle. They may bring him, he may bring him over with them. It makes all the sense in the world. Elevate him, maybe the OC, maybe assistant head coach. I don't know, but keep an eye on John Benton, another name that he may bring over from Seattle after it's all said and done after the Super Bowl. So we're going to talk about a lot, you guys. There's so many different coaches, like Wasted said, with that tree. It's crazy. I went through a rabbit hole the other day of that tree is extensive, dog. It's kind of crazy. I'm actually going to put it up on screen here in a second for everybody that doesn't understand that Shanahan tree. It's absolutely
insane. Man. Listen, bro. And then if you go further back, that's insane.
Yes.
You go further back. Oh my God.
Yeah. So to Alex, man, how many teams was Kubiak even willing to interview with? I would argue we were first on his list too. I mean, I think there was only one job for him, and that was the Raiders job. Again, I don't know if you can turn down working, hand in hand with Tom Brady, the #1 pick, all the salary cap that we have at our disposal, Las Vegas, no state tax. I mean, I think this was a perfect situation for him. And I think that the selling point, Waste, and I could be wrong, I want your take on this, is, hey, the leash is going to be long in Las Vegas. You got time. Like, I know that the theme and the narrative has been, the revolving door at the head coaching. Look, we believe in you. You are the guy. We're going to give you as many years as possible to get this thing right. I don't know what the deal is going to look like. I'm expecting at least maybe 5-6 years. Yeah. But, I think that was one of the selling points, was the expectations are going to be high, but not in year one. Like, let's just get this thing together. Let's see how it works. And, you got some wiggle room out there in Las Vegas.
Yeah, it's more so about benchmarks, right? Hitting certain benchmarks for the Raiders. I think that's really how you judge a coaching tenure, right? Like you can get to. I've seen coaches. Give you an example: Kevin Stefanski, right? Yeah, got to the playoffs, 9-7-1. Is that really super successful?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so with Kubiak, I think is based off of benchmarks. Like, how does Mendoza look? How's the team competing? Like, are you guys in the mix for a playoff hunt in the first year? I think that's how they're going to judge his coaching tenure. And I think that he gets a minimum 4 years here. He might have a 5-year deal, but I'm saying he gets a minimum of 4 years to get this thing right.
Okay. Alex, salute to you. I know for sure, once again, 2 interviews with the Raiders, interview with the Cardinals. There was a lot of talk of him potentially sitting down with Buffalo at some point. That never materialized. I don't know if he met with any other teams through, via Zoom. I don't think that he did. I think that there was only a few jobs that he took take a look at. I think that Arizona was always on the outside looking in. Again, do you want to coach against your former team twice a year? Do you want to coach against, Clay, your brother, twice a year? I think that there was truly one job that was specifically for him, that was made for him, tailor-made for him this year, and it was the Raiders. So to Alex, salute to Tink. Klint Kubiak, Raiders head coach, sounds so nice. You say it twice. Talk that talk, my brother. Salute to Tink. So to the Mokes, we just need to treat this year as a true rebuild. I mean, look, man, it is. Look, the thing is, and Wasted kind of alluded to this just a second ago, this is a big year for those second year guys. Besh has to show that he belongs in this league. We have to get the best out of Ashton Genty in year 2. You got to get that O-line, in order. We got to see Grant. We got to see Caleb. Those guys take massive steps in year 2. But again, year 3, can Jackson Powers Johnson stay healthy? That's big. He's a big piece of that offensive line. And then you're looking at, the rest of those guys in that last draft. We need some of these guys from these previous drafts to continue to develop. That's the big thing about this year, because again, the Mokes, I don't think that a lot of people realize we can go draft phenomenal this year, but I don't think that this is going to be a year where 10 draftees end up playing at a high level and they're all starters. That's not how this thing works. You're lucky sometimes.
It never works that way.
Yeah, you're lucky to get 3 or 4 starters, in a draft. But the thing is also, we have to hit free agency out the park with all this money. You got to spend wisely, but you have to find a way to get some true depth in that building and get some star power, in that building as well. And I mean, by star power is potentially a Linderbaum, Rashid Shaheed. I know he's not a superstar, but he's an all-pro kick returner.
Yeah, well, listen, he's a superstar returner and special teams player.
Yeah,
like everybody acts like and downplays that part of football. That is the third chamber of football.
Yeah, facts.
So yeah, now he's a superstar as far as I'm concerned.
Salute 2-4. I mean, hey, look, when you hear all pro, you think, that's a superstar. I mean, there's not
one of the best the very best in the league.
Yeah. Salute to 2-4 with Kubiak as head coach. Now go get Schwartz. There's no connection there, 2-4 at all. I did a deep dive into that. There's no connection at all between those two. But with Morris taking the job with the Niners today as a defensive coordinator, Raheem Morris, salute to him. Newark's own, right? Newark's own. I got to throw that out there. But he's the best defensive coordinator available. And shit, to be honest with you, he's one of the best defensive coordinators in football. Like, the only reason that Cleveland was even competitive was that defense. You know what I mean? So I would love it, but I don't know if there's going to be a call being made. I don't know. You never know. I mean,
see, this is the thing about Jim Schwartz, right? You got Myles Garrett and you got Ward and those guys. Like, I kind of like, he has a very that they drafted very well on that defense. And I'm not saying he's not good and he's not deserving of the praise he gets, but how good is he really?
Yeah.
You have a generational corner, generational end. You got
you give the GM a ton of credit, right, for drafting those guys, but also he developed those dudes. Like Garrett's not the only guy that's out there balling for that defense. I mean, look at Carson Schweizinger in year one, the linebacker out of UCLA, balling. You know what I mean? Like that scheme is real. I think he's a phenomenal coach. I don't think he's a great head coach, but in terms of being a coordinator, I think that Jim Schwartz is one of the top 3, top 4 DCs in football. But I know that he has a ton of talent over there, and it's easy to say you got all pro talent, like at the middle, at the second level of your defense, the first level of your defense, the secondary. I get it. But at the end of the day, that defense was really, truly phenomenal out there in Cleveland. It's just the O could not hold up their end of the bargain. Salute to Raider for life. Let the season play out. We play 9 playoff teams. So if we struggle, let's just be patient as a fan base. If we win, that's great. Let them build this thing. This is facts. Again, I'm not going into this upcoming season with very high expectations. I want to see Mendoza develop. I want to see Genty become a superstar at the running back position in year 2. I want to see that O-line get better with better coaching. And I want to see one of those wide receivers show that they can be a true number 2 or potentially a number 1. Like, honestly, and then the defense side of the ball, I don't even know who's going to be out there, wasted to be real. Like, I expect Porter to take the next step in year 2. He looked really good in his rookie year. But that whole defense is going to be a whole makeover on the defense side of the ball. There's not going to be too many remaining starters from last year.
And it shouldn't be.
No, not at all.
It shouldn't be. Listen, you talk about Max Crosby, and then who?
Yeah. I mean, you got Chin, who still has 1 more year left on his deal. You got Palomal that you can save a few dollars if you move on from him. Stokes, you can bring him back potentially, but he's a free agent, right? I mean, that whole linebacking core is gone. I don't know. They're going to have to build that defensive line at some point because do you want to bet on JJ Pegues? Do you want to bet on Tonka Hemingway?
That's what I mean by these second-year guys. These are 2 guys that are squarely in the mix, but you gotta mix that in with some more talent in the draft, and you got to mix that in with a free agent.
Yeah.
You have to. I mean, and then listen, right? Like when I think about some of the moves that they made last year, right? I think a lot of the moves that Spytech made were very, very long-term, buy low, sell high kind of deals, right? Like so I think when you're talking about that defensive line, they might not have to do as much as you think. I think these guys are going to really come into their own, especially Tonka Hemingway. Tonka Hemingway looks like we got a player right now.
You know what Tonka can be, and I don't mean it in regards to how they like their actual skill set, but he can be what we thought Malcolm Kuntz was going to be.
He could be, but he's a defensive tackle. He's not even an end, right? Like he
plays both. He plays in and out. You know what I mean?
What I'm saying, he could be that 3 tech. He could be that guy that could really give you that pass rush look from the middle of the field. Like he could play next to an end or he could play outside, man.
Depending on who the DC is, I think they're going to keep him on the edge. Which I honestly do.
He looks like an edge to me, but his skill set is so bad. Like he reminds me of Justin Tuck.
He can play the run. He can get after the pass.
He reminds me of Justin Tuck. So Tonka Hemingway, man, is a beast.
If we could get our own Justin Tuck, and I'm not talking about the one that we had, the version.
The Giants. We get Optimus Tuck. Oh yeah,
man. Salute to Caesar, man. We appreciate you, brother, on the $50. He says, little something for the home you wasted. Cheers, my dude. Good things finally happening to the Raiders, man. Salute to my guy, Caesar, man. Salute to the 2,000 plus people in Caesar. $50 piece, bro. We appreciate that. Man, over 2,000 people strong. Get those likes up and also hit that subscribe button. And again, you guys, my apologies for the scenery. I am at my mom's house in Atlanta, so I'm just dealing with what I have right now.
The Quad is being held hostage in a panic room with PlayStation and mini fridge action.
At least they left me with Madden, right? Yeah, salute the Quad. Salute. First things first. Miller, JPJ, Linderbaum, Rodgers, Braden Smith. Let's go. Talk that talk, Quad. Talk that, spend that free agency money on offensive line, my brothers. Salute to you, Quad, on a $5 holla. Salute to Micro. Great news. I'll be more excited when I see that contract and the presser. Micro, I agree with you. And again, there's still time for him to potentially change his mind. But I think that Klint Kubiak knows, this is it's a done deal, Micro. It's a done deal, bro. If you back out now, your reputation can be really, truly tarnished.
Yeah, you could be borderline Josh McDaniel fodder.
Yes. So Again, nothing came out from his camp, right? I mean, I'm expecting, that those agents of his have reached out to, to these guys and let them know what was going on. But again, hey, Keith, we're not talking about any beefs or anything like that. Please keep that out of the comment section, bro. I don't have any beef with any content creators. Again, but look, I hear you, Micro. Definitely, brother. Look, when that presser hit, shit gonna be real. Salute the hug. Graph, wasted. Grab those bootstraps, lace them up. This offseason is about to be a movie, worthy in terms of hires and building this house. With this hire, a team can change it all around at record speed. And we've seen this again. New England spent a ton of money in free agency, had a good draft, and boom, they're in the Super Bowl. Year prior, NFC Championship, Commanders, boom, it happens. We see this happen a ton. Why not us at this point, right, Hug? Why not us? We got our coach, the guy that we wanted the whole time. We're about to get our quarterback that we wanted this whole time. Why not us? Why not? I mean, we deserve it.
Yeah, we deserve good things to happen to us, man. Like real rap. We really do, man. We've been holding on, waiting, hoping for hope. Bro, it's time to be excited about the Raiders, man.
Facts. Salute to Mark. With Brennan gone, the O-line is already improved. This is facts. And expect you guys next week, after we actually name Klint Kubiak, our head coach, to see all these former coordinators and position coaches start getting their walking papers. You're going to see them all going out pretty soon. I mean, I know that Dylan got an interview with the Chiefs, I believe. That means they're going to get Jeremiah Love, bro. And I hate it. I
know, because their pick is 9th. And
they got Airbnb.
Bro, I'm looking at everybody's mock draft, and I'm like, man, please don't let him go to the Chiefs, man.
Well, you know what? I would hate that, but I hope that Bain doesn't fall that far, which I don't see it happening. But I think they would get Bain over Jeremiah Love. Keep an eye on the Saints as well. With Alvin Kamara, kind of at the tail end of his career, keep an eye on them to potentially bring in Jeremiah Love. I can see that, man. Kellen, man, he'd have that boy running crazy out there in New Orleans. Slip to Klint Kubiak. I came to Vegas for 2 reasons: wasted and OLV. Talk, my brother. Salute to KK in a building. Viram, my dog, man. For what we've seen with Darnold and Kubiak, do we rethink drafting Mendoza? What? Jets are going to try to trade up. Maybe we make the offer. We can go get Mac Jones and see where we go. By the way, that is pure 100% Swifty milk. Salute to Viram. No, brother. No. And I don't know if you've seen the report that came out from Daniel Jeremiah, but this is what he had to say real quick, Viram, so we can kind of kill this narrative here. I think the Jets, this is coming from him over at the Rich Eisen show, I think the Jets would effort with all those picks that they've accumulated to try and see if they can pry that pick away from the Raiders. Jeremiah said, and the buzz down here at the Senior Bowl amongst all the teams is there's no chance the Raiders would trade off of that pick. So rest assured, you guys, do you think 1 minute, that's one of the selling points? You get Mendoza, you get the guy, you get the Heisman Trophy winner, you get the national championship winner, you get a guy that went undefeated in his last year at the collegiate level. There's no way in hell that they go in another direction with Klint Kubiak out there. The offensive-minded guy, if we would have brought in a defensive-minded guy, maybe they could have said, you know what, let's build up the defense first and wait another year and go get a quarterback next year. There's no way in hell. I don't see it. And every report is coming out there that we're going to get our guy at number 1. So let's not play around. I don't care how many future first or whatever draft picks these guys want to offer. We have the best pick in this draft. You have to take advantage of it. Go get the player that is going to fit the biggest need on that roster and can be a leader. And again, a guy that can handle the pressure in Vegas with his character, and all that other stuff. Bring in Fernando Mendoza. We're not playing around with that. So the hug in chess, a proper 7-12 move series can put in an enemy in checkmate. This hire, in my opinion, is moving the correct pawn to start off the game. Cook. So
I mean, Hug. I didn't know you played chess, Hugs. We gotta play. I gotta use the fool's pawn on you.
Yes, I don't know nothing about chess.
Yeah, I know you definitely don't.
Yeah, I don't.
You definitely don't. That was a shot.
I know you. Fuck you. I'm a check playing ass motherfucker. So I don't know nothing about no chess. Slow the duck. We finally got the clip. Oh my god, baby. Let's effing go. Clip.
Yeah, he said we got to. Yo, listen, if it took you that long to find that, brother, I'm glad the Gravitation Show could help you find that. I'm glad. Listen, if we've done anything, they said we've done the Lord's work for a long time. We've helped you. We've sprinkled some game on you in a real way.
Yes. You have found the nucleus. Salute to Just Zen, baby. In the sport, the Browns could get messy. Don't know if we want to wait around for it to play out, but we shall see. Well, Just Zen, baby, it's already messy. So he thought he was going to be the head coach. Monken is now, the head coach out there, and he'll be running the offense. Schwartz wants out. Now he has players like Myles Garrett and company putting up memes and gifts and shit on social media. It's already messy. But again, he's gone. I don't see a way where Cleveland can talk him into sticking around. Now, how many jobs are left? I don't really know. I think the Raiders were one of the only jobs that were looking. I mean, did Arizona? I mean, who Mike LaFleur going to bring in? I don't really know.
I mean, Mike LaFleur. Listen, bro, they all have access to the same people, right?
Yeah.
So it is what it is. We're like, to be honest with you, I like, even if they're people that I've never heard of, I'm cool with it as long as the head coach likes his choices of people. The problem that the Raiders have had is that it's been a land of misfit toys of a coaching staff.
Yeah.
And now you're not going to have that. You're going to have a cohesive unit of people who are used to working together and should probably figure this thing out, win, lose, or draw.
Yeah. Yep. Salute to Trucker, man. Very excited. Now let's go get our quarterback. Salute to my dog, Trucker Mark, man. Then he says, let's go Raiders. Simple and plain, my brother. Appreciate you on the $10 smackaroonie. Salute to Soul Chef as well. Get those questions in, you guys. And once again, we appreciate every single one of you guys in here today. 2,400 strong. Get those likes up and hit that subscribe button if you guys are not subscribed yet. The expectation for me is, are we competitive? Facts. Do the players understand what's expected of them as the season goes on? No missed assignments. We have been based because of sloppy football. Talk, Soul Chef. This is facts. And this is the year that, last season, right? We thought that at least we're going to be competitive. We didn't think that we are going to win a ton of ball games, but we're thinking, okay, Pete Carroll's in the building, compete. That's the phrase. That's what we want next year. We just want these guys to go out there and battle it out. And again, when you got Mendoza, a true leader, when you got Ashton Genty coming in year 2, and he's ready to shake off, all the talk and from all the naysayers, I'm excited. And I think that Brock, man, is going to have
a hell of a year,
a historical year. And did you see Mendoza talking about he loves the 12 personnel? Well,
yeah.
Yes, he was on some little comic show or something like that. I seen it on Twitter. Everybody's tagging me in it. But you got Michael Mayer and you got Brock Bowers. It's gonna be fun to watch that 12 personnel out there with those guys. But yeah, I hear you. So deserve Kubiak equals car incoming, hate it or love it. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Listen to me. It is time for you guys to move on. This is a new era. It's a new era. And I'm going to tell you something. Even if it's a new era, the one thing that remains true in Raider Nation, when we're doing the Graph and Wasted show, the Wasted Graph show, is that I need a cup of coffee. And my wife is on the phone right now, and I did that so smoothly. Honey, can I have a cup of coffee, please?
Hey.
Thank you. Yes.
Tell the wifey I told you to.
Oh, yeah. I'm not telling my wife that you disrespected me live on the Graph and Wasted show. Get that F up out of here with your crap, Graph.
A giant cup of shut the fuck up, Wasted. Salute to Spivey. Thinking the Raiders can have nice things again. It feels good, right? It feels good, Spivey. Salute to the Kevin Nash of Mount Shillmore. Snake Fist in the building. Greetings, Graph and Wasted. On DC is Giro Aviro, previously interviewed 2 times for the Raiders head coach. What about him for DC? I mean, look.
Is he still employed by the Carolina Panthers?
And what's crazy is, I don't know if you guys have seen online, but that fan base wants him out of there. So, again, he had a really good story. I don't know if you remember in the early 2000s, he came in as a UDFA for a workout. Yeah. And he ended up getting a job, as a coach. He has a great story. But every Carolina fan that I've seen online, they're like, please take him. Get him out of here. So, again, I'm not saying that he wouldn't be good for us. Maybe he does come to Vegas. We shall see. But again, and he's from, I believe, that tree as well. So
yeah, he is. But either which way, whoever they pick, right? Yeah. I just need for you guys to do something because I short circuited my thought last time. I got to go back to this. Stop living in the past. There's a lot of great things that are going to happen going forward with the Raiders, but you got to be prepared to accept what's about to happen. Change your mindset. Enough of this, asking for people who are gone and stuff to come back. It's enough of that, man.
Yeah. I'm sick of it. And I see it on Twitter every single day. And it's like, come on, bro. Like, let's just leave this shit alone. Darth, is this real life? Did the team actually hire the head coach we want? Well, didn't hire yet. Verbal agreement. Now, who's going to run this defense? Darth, we shall see. And again, he may look at, potentially some of those guys, that he already has, out there in Seattle. I don't know who's going to stick around. I know that, Mike McDonald's going to want to try and keep as much of his staff as possible together in Seattle. You know what I'm saying? But I put something out there the other day, you guys, on Twitter and Instagram. I don't know what's going on. Oh, you know what? My phone is on airplane mode. Hold on real quick, man.
Need to be on
yeah, my son, bro, he gonna keep calling and keep calling and keep calling. He's not gonna play. My son is like, look, my dad gonna answer the phone. But this is what I put out there. Keep an eye on Aiden Dirt, current DC for the Seattle Seahawks. Again, he may be ready to call his own defense. We know that he's out there as the DC with Seattle, but whose defense is that? It's Mike McDonald. He's the one that calls the defense. Maybe he's ready to just pick up the playbook and have his own defense. Keep an eye on him potentially coming out and being the DC. Keep an eye on Carl Scott, current defensive backs coach, passing game coordinator for Seattle. We requested an interview for the DC position last year with Pete Carroll. That's another name to keep an eye on as well. And there's several more. There may be a couple of names that pop out the woodworks here soon, but keep an eye on a few of those names out there that are already in Seattle. What do a lot of these coaches go with? They go with familiarity.
Yeah, familiarity, bro. Like I told you, he has a wealth of guys. Listen, and when you start talking about the Mike McDonald's, see, y'all don't remember that. Eddie Murphy, McDonald's. Yep. But when you start talking about Mike McDonald, they got a damn good staff out there. So it might not be somebody that you're familiar with. It could be like a linebacker coach that Kubiak brings in to be the defensive coordinator. But the thing is, if they're indoctrinated under that system, that seems to be a dominant system in the league right now, as far as, defense. And Mike McDonald has the best defense in football. And I would love to see if we can get some of the trickle down from some of the players that are going to be free agents like Tariq Woolen and guys like that.
Yeah. Joby, there's going to be a ton of those guys available that we could potentially steal in free agency and bring on in. Salute to Q. It's been a long time coming. It's our time now. Salute to my brother Q in the building. Salute to Just Raiders, baby, as well. Counting down the days until Klint signs pen to paper. Well, look, I'm hoping and praying that they go out there and blow the doors off New England and there's nothing else left for him to do in Seattle. Again, that was the thing, right? But a lot of people in the nation was, we hope and pray that Fernando Mendoza goes out there and works Miami. So there's no, let's run it back. Let's run it back. We were almost there.
So we got to hope for the dog walking of a lifetime. So Kubiak can put the period at the end of the sentence,
Facts. Let's get the rest of these supers in, you guys. Salute to Soul. We have been bad for years. With that being said, the last time we had the first pick was 19 years ago. Who knows when we get the opportunity again? Get your guy now. This is facts, bro. This is facts plus tax. Salute to my guy Soul, man. Salute to Milo. Life rough. Wife leaving. Your garage band's drummer arrested before your first demo tape drops. 15 extended bruised arms across the goal line with Kane helmet spearing him. Trust in God and FLF. Fight like Fernando. Milo with a $20 bomb.
I know. It's like a limerick.
Yeah. I like it. Salute to my guy Milo on a $20 special. And I think we're almost caught up. Josh as well. I'm calling it now. We're going to do everything right this offseason and still get a B grade by these experts. F them. Salute, Graph, and Wade. What's funny, Josh? I'm already seeing a ton of A pluses for the Raiders already.
Thank you, sweetheart.
I went on Twitter right before the show because I've been ripping and running in Atlanta all day. Seen a lot of grades. I've seen a lot of A's, a lot of A pluses with Klint Kubiak as the head coach. And then again, we have the number one pick and we're going to bring in our quarterback of the future. So if anyone says a B, they're just going against the grain here because they want the clicks from us mad Raider fans because they know that, you shit on the Raiders, that equals money for them because of the clicks.
And bro, to be honest with you, can we get away from what people think of the team and get into the substance of the matter?
Yes.
It's not about what they think of the team. It's about how good they actually do. Yeah. Like that's the most important part of this thing. I'm not worried about the rest of the nonsense with these guys talking about, where the Raiders are going to place this year. I want to actually see them play well.
Yeah, this is facts. And again, they can only go off of, this is a what have you done for me lately league. And we've been terrible. Again, why wouldn't people think the Raiders are going to destroy Fernando Mendoza? They're going to destroy Klint Kubiak. Why wouldn't they think that? Honestly, like, look what Pete Carroll did. Look at his legacy. You don't think that shit took a hit? Going 3-14? I mean, look what we did to a 2-time Pro Bowler and Geno Smith coming over and shit in the bed. I'm just saying, man, like, look at Josh McDaniels, was terrible with us as a head coach. Now he's back in the Super Bowl as an OC.
Bro, listen, that Raider curse it's a real thing until it's not.
Yeah.
It's a real thing until it's not. And it's up to the Raiders to go out there and prove everybody wrong. Like, all of the crap talking, all of the disrespect of the Raiders, does it hurt? Yeah. Does it piss me off in a real way? Yeah. But yo, it's not really wrong. It's honest, right? Let's be honest with ourselves. And that's most of what you get from myself and Graf. Like, yo, we are about maximum accountability here. Maximum, dog. Like, all of this, they're hating on us. Nobody's hating on us being terrible for the last 20 years. No. Nobody wants to sign up for that in the NFL. It's time for the Raiders to go out there, make the right decision, show improve, and start winning games. All of this bull crap about, the nation, the most hated, all this stuff, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it, yo. Go out there and go win.
Yeah, and that's that. What do we always say? Winning cures everything. And I think that Spytek and Brady have approached this offseason in the right way. Look, they pinpointed their guy. They knew exactly who they wanted from day one, but they did their due diligence. They interviewed everybody under the sun to make sure they had a backup plan, another backup plan, plan B, plan C, plan D. But again, they locked in on their guy. And I think a lot of that interviewing a lot of other people was putting a little pressure on Klint too. Like, look, we have to find a head coach. We want you. But again, if you don't want to be here, we got to look around and we got to figure this thing out. The Raiders did this shit so perfectly, man.
They killed their pitch the last few coaches that. This was a real live coaching search.
Yep.
The first one in a long time.
Actually, a professional one. Like a real
last year, they had a headhunting, like a headhunting.
It was Ben Johnson or nothing. You ended up with Peter.
But and that was the thing. It was Ben or nothing. And we see it and everybody saw it and they didn't get him, and that was that. It's the first time. Before that, when he hired Grew, that's the only guy they really wanted.
Year prior, AP or nothing.
Yeah. Listen, they did things the right way. We've been asking for them to do things like most organizations do, and they did. Yeah. And you know what? Listen, man, real GM, organization, the hierarchy, the organization, everybody's in their proper positions. Like, it's funny how people are like, oh, people don't understand where Brady factors in this. He owns a piece of the team, and he is the guy from the ownership group that is representing the ownership group because he's the one with the deep level and understanding of the game. So there's nothing different with the hierarchy of the Raiders. There was like, who are you going to report to, Brady or Spytek? You report to the GM, and the GM reports to the goddamn owner. I don't understand why that's so hard to figure out. I think people are making this into something it shouldn't be.
And I think that a lot of people, right? I understand that, a lot of people still don't trust Spytek, right? I get it. Last year was a really rough season to get through. Give him a ton of credit. Give Tom Brady a ton of credit. Tom, they said in that first interview that they were just talking ball. That is a selling point for a guy in Klint Kubiak whose whole life revolves around football. And this Spytek's relationship with his father, like that definitely helped us seal the deal here. Relationships matter in football. So I understand, some of the Spytek hate, some of the Brady hate because of the Tuck rule and missing out on Stafford and Ben Johnson. I understand how some of you guys feel, but give those guys a ton of credit. Without Spytek and without Brady, this does not happen. Even with the number one pick, it does not happen. It doesn't happen, y'all. It truly doesn't. I think that those guys solidified this move, and now we're off to the races. Again, I don't know if any other duo could have did this, for the Raiders this year. Salute to James, man. Salute, homies. I'm excited, but cautiously so. I hear you, James. As Raider fans were scorned, I get it, my brother. Salute to So. Arizona fans thought they were Conor McGregor this cycle. Little did they know they were the Conor McGregor. Hey, let me say this. So we were them last year to the Bears. The Bears were essentially the Raiders last year, and we were the Cardinals of last year. We all thought Ben Johnson. We were getting reports. He's the guy. He's the guy. It's almost done. I feel for Arizona. I truly do, because we were them last year. I get it. I do. I don't like their owner. You know what I mean? And look, I get it. You know, some of those fans were excited, like maybe there's a slim chance, but most of them were smart enough to understand that it was a shot in the dark with Klint Kubiak.
I don't
Go ahead.
Fuck
Go ahead, Winston.
And fuck Arizona. Like real shit, bro. Like why? Like they've been the armpit of the NFL since Simeon Rice said it back in the day. Simeon Rice said when he left and went to Tampa Bay, he said Arizona's the armpit of the NFL. Yeah, they still are. F them.
Salute the Raider hater.
It's my wife. Terrific cup of coffee.
There you go.
I mean, I feel so good. Yo, fuck you in that cup. I wish I could break it over your head.
Hardcore match right here in the middle of the Graph and Wasted and Graph show. Raider hater, locate the quarterback, build the fucking lines, play defense. It's not rocket science. With that being said, we must be patient. Let coach cook. And Raider hater, I keep saying this and I keep mentioning this on a ton of lives, right? What was one of the first things that Spytech said when he got the job? I'm a Michigan guy. It all starts up front with those big bodies. Yeah. I'm expecting him this offseason to correct that. Thick frames, baby.
Well, bro, but the thing is, everybody's like he didn't address that last year.
Yeah.
He could have drafted 2 possible starters, 3 or 4. Like not Pegues, but Tonka, Rodgers, and Grant. He drafted 3 starters on both sides of the trenches. Yeah. Brought in some guys in free agency. What's my man from the Eagles? Oh my God. Geez, the defensive tackle.
Oh, it's about Thomas Booker?
T-Book.
Yeah, T-Book.
T-Book. Yo, listen, man.
Bennett, baby. God.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, Spytech definitely went out there and addressed that situation.
Yes. Facts. So the Jose, if Falcons release Kirk Cousins, sign him as a bridge quarterback and let Mendoza get ready on his own time. You know what's funny? I think that Kirk could thrive under Klint Kubiak. But you know what? And I put this on Twitter. I wouldn't have an issue to bring in Kirk. But I really, truly believe that they're going to have Mendoza ready to go week 1. Honestly, they're taking him out one. I know that Brady has said it before that it's best for these guys to sit down for a minute. But honestly, I think that Mendoza would beat the hell out of Kirk Cousins in camp. And I don't think that it would be even close. We'd be in another situation where Kirk's probably pissed off watching Michael Penix play in front of him.
I don't think Kirk will come in and beat the hell out of Fernando Mendoza in camp. Kirk Cousins looked pretty bad this year. No, until he got on the field.
That's what I said. I said Mendoza beat him.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know what, man? Salute to Raider Sense. Doing homework, enjoying the show. Raider Nation for life. Salute to my guy, Raider Sense. Oh, shit. Salute to C-Game Go. I really hope we open up the checkbook for Devin Lloyd, a guy that we were really high on during that draft process out of Utah. Basically have no linebackers left worth a damn. Probably need to draft one in rounds 2 through 3, in my opinion. You know what?
Bro, he needs to be the best linebacker that's put on silver and black in about 10 years.
You got to get one in free agency, and you got to go get 2 through the draft. One in the draft and one as a UDFA if need be. But I'm still believing Tommy Eichenberg. I do, and I think that they like Lindenberg as well. So I'm not giving up on those 2 guys just yet. I think Tommy showed some signs this past season when he got a chance. You know what I mean? So, but yes, Devin Lloyd would be a phenomenal get for this team. Again, I don't know how much that was. It's probably going to be $20 million a year. That's what kind of money that he's probably looking at as the number 1 linebacker in free agency. It's a ton of money.
Give him every dollar.
Okay.
Give him every dollar.
Okay. I'm here
people
for it.
Talking about Jacob Rodriguez, undersized guy.
6'1".
Yeah, he's undersized, but 6'1". I think he's like 235, smaller guy. But he, I would love to see them bring him in a little later. And another one, I want to see them address the linebacker in free agency and go around the dance floor twice.
Yeah. Why not? Get one early and get one late, and then go get you another UDFA. We need a ton of linebackers, and a lot of those guys will be playing special teams anyway. So to S-Dot, payback time has finally started now. For all these years, we had suffered. Are you starting to feel it, fellas? Now we go get Mason, Branch, Singleton. Singleton just broke his foot, I believe, at the Senior Bowl. I don't know when he's going to be available. It's kind of scary, but, I mean, you could probably get him a little later and stash him now.
Yeah, facts.
Rodriguez, a DT, Damani, Diego Pounds, DJ Campbell,
Inez Cooper. That's my guy. I like Inez.
Miami, DJ Campbell out of Texas. You know, he had a really good Shrine Bowl as well. And I love Branch. I mean, I would love to go get just he got the Raiders in his blood. You know what I mean? Like, why not? I mean, go get him. He'd be a great special teams guy for us. And also, you know, another threat, you know, at the wide receiver position. I would definitely love that. Mason R. Thomas is a guy that I'm really high on. I know a lot of people think he's undersized, but a lot of people place that Nick, you know, Benito tag on him.
That's a big comparison, bro.
I know, but remember, when he came out of college, he wasn't super duper highly regarded. He came into the NFL and he started to light shit up. So, you know, we'll see. Salute to my guy S. Dot with the $20 holler, man. Salute to Marky as well, gifting one OLV Raiders Network. I appreciate you, brother. That means a lot, man. If you guys want to become members on both channels, hit the links. They're pinned up top. Again, they help us keep the lights on over here at Shieldmore. My brother Marky Mark, appreciate you, man. Salute to Nada. Nothing but up from here, chat. This is facts, bro. Salute to everybody here in the building. We almost got 3,000 people strong, man.
Really?
Yes, man. Salute to everybody here, man. Andy Reid got on Honey Dijon and a person.
Oh, man.
Jack Davis.
He is smelling like a 20-piece McDonald McNugget right now.
Man. Hammering Raider Hank. Raider coach Kubiak about the dog walk McDaniels. Talk that talk. You know what, though? I got to say this. That's going to be some fun games against those Chargers teams.
Oh, man.
It's going to be fun. It's
going to be a real slobber knocker.
It's going to be fun watching Herbert and Mendoza battle it out with those two great play callers. That's going to be fun to watch. I think this upcoming season, you guys, I'll say it early, even before the draft and free agency. I think we split that up. I think we get one and they get one. But I'm excited about that. Salute to Soul as well, my dog, man. As always, appreciate you, brother. Do y'all think Gruden will invite Brendan Carroll to the Fired Football Coaches Association?
Oh, of course, man. Brendan Carroll be the mascot.
Man, Carroll needs to go get a regular
9 to 5 or something like that. Joe needs to drive a truck. Oh my God! Salute to my brother A Spivey. Gifting 5 Raider Nation Unlimited. Get off my long gang memberships, brother. Let me tell y'all something. There's none better and none greater. Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir. Spivey is one of the GOATs over here at Shieldmore. Damani Jackson will help us tremendously. Another guy out of Alabama that we are really, really high on. The athleticism is off the charts. He'll be available probably in those mid to later rounds, or I'll say somewhere in that 3 to 6 round. I don't think he's going to, get to the 6th round, but somewhere in that 3 to 5 round for sure. I'm definitely looking at Damani, man. Damani is a stud. Salute to Golden Boy. Wasted. Are you still worried about hiring Kubiak?
There's my answer.
Eyes roll.
Rest in peace.
Yo, salute to the GOAT, Brendan Carroll, man. Without him, none of this is possible, you guys. Brendan Carroll has single-handedly placed Fernando Mendoza in Las Vegas and got us Klint Kubiak, man. Phenomenal work from him. Salute to Ryan, gifting 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships, my brother. Salute to you, and then salute to Funky Hairman as well, gifting 5 over at Raider Nation Unlimited. You guys are so goated. You guys missed out on those 10 from our guys. Hit the links up top. Again, it definitely helps us keep the lights on over here. Again, for those who are wondering what's going on, I know a lot of people were worried this weekend. There was a ton of rumors and photos surfacing out there. Seattle, there was a video that went, a picture that went viral of Mark and Spy Tech sitting at the bar in Seattle. There was a rumor that surfaced around Twitter that there was a conference room that the Raiders were talking to Klint Kubiak in Renton, Washington, and on the wall it said "Welcome to Las Vegas." So it looked like it was a done deal last night, and then Arizona got the last shot at him, didn't work. Today we get the news that he will be the next coach of our Las Vegas Raiders. You guys take a bow. We have our head coach. I am excited about this. I'm really hyped. I know Wasted is as well. I know, and again, I see a lot of people hit me up. Yo, Wasted, tell Wasted, bro, stop being so negative, bro. Why he wasn't being negative? He's being realistic.
Listen, I want to tell you guys something. Stop telling me how to conduct myself. If you want to just act like bad things don't happen to the Raiders, that's you. Wasted talent don't do that. So you can get the F up out of here. Don't you tell me how to freaking move, you bunch of bums.
Salute to my guy. Salute to Raider Prophet. Lincoln Kennedy said it's the coach who will incorporate a 3 tight end offense, will help with the development of a rookie QB, run the ball, play defense. Facts, man. And, hey, we already have one really great one, and I believe one really good one in Michael Mayer. So, and you know what, man? Carter Runyon season, baby.
Oh,
Carter, I have a feeling he makes this roster as the 3rd tight end. Bold take. Why not? Why not, Prophet? I think that we move on from the veteran Ian Thomas, and it's Carter Runyon season, baby. It's Carter Runyon season. I admit I was wrong. Now let's hope it's no. You know what, Mike? You weren't wrong. Anyone that thought that this wasn't going to happen, you weren't wrong. Your Raider antennas were up. You weren't wrong. Nobody was wrong. Nobody was. I mean, I was right. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, none of y'all was wrong. You weren't wrong. You weren't wrong. Your Raider antennas went up.
F up out of here.
That's all it is. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. It's cool. Wasted was wrong. Everybody else, you weren't wrong, though. You weren't wrong. You weren't wrong.
F up out of here.
Never gave this motherfucker a soundboard.
Oh, yeah.
Bizzle. NFL will schedule another Raiders Seahawks preseason game this year. Facts. And we play them during the regular season. So that's going to be a fun one as well. Should have never gave you motherfucker money.
Should have never gave you money.
Get those questions in, you guys. Just about to hit that hour mark. Again, for those living under a rock, news broke today. Klint Kubiak will be the next Raiders head coach. Breaking news from all the guys, Jordan Schultz and Ian Rappaport and Adam, Scheffner, Jeremy Fowler, all that good stuff. I want to read this one more time, you guys, for those who are just joining the show. I love this tweet from Jeremy Fowler. One thing I was told about the Klint Kubiak in Las Vegas is that he and minority owner Tom Brady very much so hit it off in the initial interview. Both are all ball, a source said. He was able to create momentum with his initial interview, and that carried into this week. Now, I don't know if you guys got a chance. Did you see Tom Brady's stories on Instagram today?
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah. Look dope. And listen, the chemistry with Tom Brady is a big, big plus to me. You see how hyped he is on the gram. You see how hyped everybody is in Raider Nation. But the Tom Brady factor looms very, very large in Las Vegas, bro. More so than I expected. Like, I'm a little taken aback by how much Tom Brady has stroke in the building.
Stroke?
Yes, sir. Yes, it's right. Strizzoke.
Hey, Tom was getting his let me show y'all real quick. So this is what you got on Sunday?
He said, "Hey, big head."
Hey, big head. Hold on. Get a chance, catch up on some other things. Okay, major move from the couch back to bed. This is what Sunday is all about. So again, there you go. So some interesting stuff right there from Tom Brady in the stories. Having some fun.
Eddie Murphy.
Huh?
Somebody sent you some Eddie Murphy too.
I didn't even see it yet. I got to check. Let me see. Salute to Golden Boy. After drafting Mendoza #1 overall, would you try to? No. And to be honest, Golden Boy, you wouldn't have to trade for Brandon Ayuk. But would you want Ayuk in the building after all the shit that he pulled?
Nobody
The Niners are going to have to cut him. There's no way that anyone's going to trade for that contract and trade for that head case. It's just not going to happen.
Yo, do you see how Brandon Ayuk looks? He looks like Damon Wayans in The Great White Hype. You should see his gut, bro. It is insane. And this is a wide receiver we're talking about. It's a guy that's a malcontent. He totally stabbed the 49ers in the back as soon as he got his contract. It's a guy I don't want any bad guys in the building. Like
you say he's eating chicken off his stomach?
Yo, listen, burping, cleaning his navel out, tons of lint there. He is a fat fuck bag. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. It's really, really, really time the Raiders start prioritizing bringing in good guys.
Yes,
like good guys that work hard. Nobody needs that bullshit here in our building,
especially with Mendoza in the building. Like again, you have a guy that doesn't have any character issues at all, is a true leader. You don't want a guy that could potentially come in and derail things at all. Let me see. Produced by Jason's brother. When did you go live? I don't know, man. YouTube's been tweaking, but we did start the show a little early. So our apologies, you guys. If you guys did not get the notification, hopefully on the playback, you'll still get those likes up, man, and hit that subscribe if you ain't subscribed yet. Optimistic Saul, this Hawks fan tweet blaming Geno for losing Kubiak. The Geno hate continues. I love it. I love it. And I think that we all can agree here that we're rooting for the Seahawks for Super Bowl, man. We want our future head coach to get him a ring. Again, I said it on the last show. It's going to be great to have Kubiak in the building with the ring as the OC and Fernando Mendoza coming in with a national championship under his belt. Same year, some jewelry in the building. I love it. Like that's going to set the tone. Like the expectations are different coming off of a Super Bowl and a natty win. It's just different. It's levels.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, bro. And the thing is, man, he can close that circle. You don't have to worry about him, feeling like he left something on the table in Seattle. He can close that chapter and move on here and try to accomplish the next chamber of his career.
Yep. Dawson, we do not get a pick for PG. If he would have took a head coaching job, I believe he would have got a third or 2/3. No, not at all. Not at all. And salute to him for getting the job out there with Pittsburgh. Timmy Mendoza, let me see, has to be ecstatic. Knows he'll have an offensive genius as a coach for a minimum of 4 years, and TB is a mentor. Things are looking up. Great comment right there, Timmy. This is facts. Facts plus 10. I know Mendoza, he cannot wait. He's counting down the days until the draft for sure. He knows what's going on out there in Vegas, man. He definitely wants to be a part of what we're putting together here. Ty, Brother Graf, and Wasted. For the first time in a long time, the stars are aligned for my team. Klint, Mendoza, and Cap to fix the O. Joyous joy. Talk that talk.
Man, I tell you, man, I haven't been this elated and excited since Larry Holmes gave the big leg to Trevor Burbick off the top of the car. I don't know why that makes me so happy, but every now and again I just pull that video up. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea,
bro. This is why
that shit just sounds hilarious,
bro. This is why, your brother Wasted is the asshole older brother you never had. Graphic. I want to show you something. I shared it with you.
Let me see. Yeah, hold on, bro.
Okay, this is Trevor Burbick, the former heavyweight champion, getting upset at Larry Holmes. He's accusing him of sleeping with his wife. And then Larry Holmes off the top rope. Larry Holmes. The Eastern Assassin off the top rope, baby.
Before we get demonetized. Yo, that's hilarious, bro. What? How did I never see that, bro?
Yo, that was the best, yo. Trevor Burbick said, Larry Holmes had sex with my wife. He hit me over there. And Larry Holmes tried to get to him and jumped up.
Salute to Skinner, man. How we feeling about double dipping at quarterback this draft on day 3 in case Fernando Mendoza doesn't pan out? Worst case, a trade chip later, i.e. Klubnik, Alar, etc. Look, we have so many holes in this roster. If one of those guys fall as a UDFA, definitely. I don't think Klubnik's going to end up being a UDFA. I think he's going to be somewhere in that 3 to 5th round. But again,
he's going to be a third rounder. Once he goes to the combine, I think he might be the third quarterback taken.
He didn't help us pretty good. I'll tell you that. He chose to sit out.
Yeah.
Didn't play. Bro, you had a down season with Clemson. I think he needed to go out there and play in that game.
Yeah. I think he's a guy who has some physical ability, where if he goes to the combine, he can earn himself some money with his game tape and what he's done at the college level. I think he could be a 3rd round pick.
And Franklin, I think that Alar is going to go a lot sooner than most predict because of Dante Moore going back to Oregon and how thin this class is at the QB position. I think
he's the second guy off the board.
Yeah, I think so. I really
either him or Nussmeier, the second guy off the board.
Ty Simpson's going second.
Him or Nussmeier. I mean, it depends on what kind, because everybody's evaluation process is different. Yeah. Is it God-given ability or is it game tape? Bro, Ty Simpson's a little limited. He's a little limited. And I'm telling you right now, Alar being the prototypical quarterback, some teams might fancy him over Ty Simpson.
But I'll say this: don't double dip at the quarterback position. We're thin across the board. You got to go get as many defenders as possible. We have no defense pretty much at this point. You know what I mean? Like, just go get you a veteran in free agency and potentially a UDFA to battle it out, you know, and put him on a practice squad and develop him. But I don't think you go get another guy, especially a big name guy like that. Mendoza's going to pan out, Franklin. He's going to pan out, bro. He's going to pan out. So to John Jones, are there any top free agents which should go after the season? Well, I think
Smith, Tyler Linderbaum, Devin Lloyd. We've been talking about it ad nauseum, right?
Yeah.
These are all guys, you know, you might want to dip into that safety market. You know, there's a lot of tread on the tires, because some of these guys are people that are going to be left in free agency because their team doesn't have the money to really re-sign them. There are a lot of people that I'm telling you that's going to be out here that you're not going to be expecting. They're not going to be able to be franchised.
People need to realize Seattle has like $70 million in salary cap too. So like some of those guys they can definitely bring back. A lot of those guys they can bring back. But I would definitely take a look at Kobe Bryant at the safety position. Woolen, I think they're going to want to move off from him and let him kind of test the waters in free agency. You know, there's a ton. What like Wason said, Braden Smith, we've talked about him a ton, the right tackle for Indianapolis. Tyler is the creme de la creme if he's available, but I don't know if Baltimore's going to allow him to escape.
Owe, Devin Lloyd. I mean,
Kobe Dean.
Yo, Kenneth Walker is somebody that you might want to take a flyer on to bring in with Genty, because he's a guy that already has been in he's in a pretty crowded backfield as it is. He's a guy who
David Montgomery 2.0.
Yeah, hey man, why not? Right? You know, Alec Pierce is a guy that Raiders definitely need to take a flyer. You know, I was saying this weeks ago, right? Alec Pierce is the wide receiver. If I'm going to go in the free agent market and get a wide receiver, to be Alec Pierce, right? Yes. Guys, Rasheed Walker, yo, young, big offensive lineman, man.
Yep.
That's another guy you might want to go into.
And he's been a career left tackle.
Yeah.
So again, Colton's dealt with some injuries. Look, there's some talent out there.
John Franklin Myers. I mean, Kobe Bryant's probably going to get re-signed. Rashid Shaheed.
He's a Raider. Rashid Shaheed, he's a Raider. He's following Klint out to Vegas, bro. It's happening. He's going to be a stud for us.
Romeo Dobbs. Isaiah Likely, if you want to do with the 3 tight ends.
Where did Romeo play college? Nevada, right?
Yeah. Shit, Nakobe Dean's out there.
Yeah. If he can stay healthy, that's a major ask. He's a monster.
Nashawn Wright. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there, man. Listen, if you want to be bargain basement shoppers, Wan'Dale Robinson.
Nah, that's not, bro. He's going back to the Giants on a hefty deal. I'm telling you now, bro. He had over 1,000 yards receiving this year.
But he got that. He kicked and screamed to get there. You know, down. Bro,
you know what? He's had more numbers than Jacoby Myers.
Well, you know what? But yeah, you're right about that. I mean, if you're gonna go out there and bring in an older guy, what about DeMario Davis? I've always loved DeMario Davis, man. Always loved DeMario Davis, man.
He's gonna go to a team fighting for a Super Bowl. He's already 35, 34.
He's 36 years old.
Yeah, bro. He'll go to potentially a team like Baltimore or something that's fighting for something. I don't see him going to the Raiders in a situation where it's a clear rebuild. So to Ant, who are the possible OC and DC options? We went over it, Ant, early on in the show. If you want to run it back, brother, we went over a few of those position coaches. Huh?
I see you like to hear it go. I'm sorry, brother.
You like to hear it go. But Ant, we talked about a few of those position coaches out there with Seattle. We talked about, Schwartz, if he was available, I would love to bring him in, but there's no connection again with Klint Kubiak. Maybe Brady and those guys can pull some magic out, again and say, hey, what do you think about coming out here to Vegas and coaching Max Crosby, going from one monster on the edge to another? Maybe they can talk him into it. We shall see. Yeah. But he has to get out of that. He's still under contract in Cleveland. A lot of people don't realize this. I know it's messy out there, but again, he's still under contract. Yeah.
So it's going to be cumbersome for them to get rid of him. And then if he just leaves and decides he's not going to come back, that's a whole nother story. It's a guy who's been a head coach in this league and probably has a lot of money.
Yeah.
The thing I want to ask you, how would you fancy promoting Rob Leonard?
It's all dependent on. I just don't know if I don't know if he's ready for that. I don't know. I think, bro, he's going to be one of those guys that get axed. Honestly, I think that they clean house.
I think they should, but I'm just saying there's always that guy that they might clean house, and then they might reach out and say, "Hey, come on back, Rob. We like what you're doing over there." You know what I mean? It happens, right?
Yeah.
Listen, there's no connection to Carmen Basillo. I would love to see the Raiders bring Carmen Basillo.
Yeah, he's going to Tennessee with Dable.
Yeah, Dable and Salah and those guys. That's pretty much the best case scenario for him. But I would love it if he came back out here with us.
Spivey, we talked about D'Angelo Pons. I don't know if Chris Johnson out of San Diego State makes it to the third round. I think he's a second round guy. Keep an eye on him. We talked about Damani Jackson. We're going to do way more draft shows moving forward, so stay tuned. Scott out of Miami, he's a stud. But again, we're going to break down a lot of these prospects as we get closer to the draft. We're going to get in our free agency bag now.
Yeah.
Like real talk, because the draft is still, many moons away. Free agency is literally, you guys, next month. We're literally right on the corner. So,
I mean, you got Isaac Samolu out there, Brian Cook, Debo Samuels. I'm cool on. Man, there's a lot of people out there, man.
Debo's going to end up in like Buffalo or something. Watch.
Omenyata is out there, defensive tackle, big, powerful guy. I mean, listen, man, there's a lot. The pickings are not slim this year.
Please don't derail the show. If you get wasted talking boxing, this shit is going to be over with.
Yeah.
Brick, real quick thoughts on that fight.
Listen, if Shakur Stevenson put on a masterclass, salute to Shakur, his grandfather, and all that camp. Only thing about Shakur, and I want to challenge him to really start looking to hurt these guys when he gets them, instead of just like a lot of times, a lot of Shakur's fights, he wins in landslides, but it looks like an
defense.
It just looks like an amateur. It looks like an amateur boxing match because it's like he's trying to just score points as opposed to hurt the guy across the ring from him. There have been fighters that are similar to Shakur, right? That are great fighters. The Floyd Mayweathers of the world, the Pernell Whitakers of the world. Even and Sugar Ray had a lot more power, but even Sugar Ray Leonard. When Sugar Ray Leonard would get you hurt, Sugar Ray Leonard closed the door on you. He knocked you out. And Sugar Ray had a lot more power than the guys I'm naming. But I'm just saying, I want to see Shakur start to get that killer instinct and try to hurt the man across from him from the ring instead of just, you get him stumbling and then you step back and you come in, you come in and you lead with a jab. Now I want to see you sit down on your punches and really get these jokers out of there, man.
There you go. You heard it from a guy with boxing in his blood, Mr. Wasted Talent. Salute to Souza 777. Yeah, Seahawks game is going to be fun. This is facts. I can't wait. You usually don't even watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't either, man. Most of the time, I'm watching this Super Bowl, and Tank doesn't just knock Shakur out. These guys spar their whole time growing up. I've seen them when they were kids fight. Tank doesn't dominate Shakur. Boxers normally beat punchers.
Salute to Nick. Graph and Wasted. Been a member for a minute. Can't remember the last time I've had this much hope and excitement. It's like the front office is listening for once. Representing from Memphis. Salute to my guy, man. Blake Moore in the building. Appreciate you on the $10 special, brother. That means a lot, man. Salute to my dog. Yes, Hopium is real in Raider Nation right now, man. Salute to Raider Prophet. Shout out to all the Shieldmore crew. You deserve to be happy. No crew puts in more work. Salute.
You, bro.
Available for the unbelievers, man. Salute to my salvation, available for the unbelievers. Salute to my guy Prophet, man, in the building. Perfect comment from a guy named Raider Prophet. I love it. Salute to my dog in the building. Poison Clan. What would you think of bringing in oh my God, man. Please, Poison Clan. Look, bro, he's still in a contract with the Saints. Okay, still in the contract. All right, I know the connection with him and our new head coach. I get it. I understand it. He's retired. Okay. I don't think that Tom Brady and company are going to, I think they kind of seen what that was in terms of the fan base and the exit and the way it affected the fan base. I don't think they're going to want to run that back. Could you imagine there's going to be some people out there that's never going to want to see Fernando Mendoza? Like, no, just keep these.
Bro, listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Nobody needs a replay of a bad marriage. What, like, bro, I would rather see them keep Geno than bring Derek back.
Me too. And that says a lot. And
because of how you know what I'm saying? Like bro,
once a Raider, always a Raider. Again, but bro, At least it's just like all this like, bro, no.
No, man, we don't need that, bro. We need to turn the corner. Like, I don't understand why people are so enamored with mediocrity, bro. Y'all act like this guy won a Super Bowl for us or took us to an AFC championship or won a playoff game. Like, why do you want to repeat that? Just move on to something that could possibly be great. Get the F up out of here.
It's over, you guys.
It's over. It's fucking over. The last thing I want to see is Derek come back here and you know, and tell everybody he's retiring and get retired as a Raider.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, I'm here for that. And I'm
here for that because he deserves praise.
And I will celebrate that every step of the way.
I will celebrate the hell out of DC, bro. Yeah. But yo, stop with this nonsense. And Anthony, you're a bum, and I'm about to block you. You unceremoniously bum. F up out of here with your Anthony.
Look, hey, we were just trying to make a point with the Geno Smith stuff, you guys.
Yeah, I was just kidding.
We're having some fun. But that's how extreme this is to us.
Sorry.
I couldn't breathe, bro. That was the wrong time to do that. Salute to Tyler, man. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, brother, so much. Tyler always come through and bless the shield more, man. Appreciate you on the $50 smackaroonie, man. Salute. You guys get a couple more questions in before we get out of here. My mom is texting me. My food is here. I'm ready to go eat. I have not ate at all today. I went and got some catfish at like 10 o'clock in the morning because I'm in Atlanta and I didn't touch it. So I got taco mac in the house. I got catfish. I got greens. I got macaroni. I'm ready to go in there and lock in because I have not ate nothing today. So get a few more questions in, you guys. Again, man, salute to my brother Tyler, man. You guys have been the greatest today. Again, almost 3,000 people strong.
Yes.
You guys are the greatest. And just because I'm on the road does not mean that we will not be doing our thing again, you guys. We will definitely be running another Graph and Waste of the Graph show sometime this week. And we're going to really celebrate Klint Kubiak the 9th when we can actually make it official.
Yes, sir. Yes. We're going to set this thing off. like, bro, man, you know, he said, yo, we had a loaf of bread and some leftovers. We set this thing off, you know.
Hey, man, I want to say again, salute to Ultra, man, for sending me a shit ton of Raiders gear. I was in the airport today, like literally, bro, just like Raidered out. Like,
hey, Ultra, what's the company called?
Ultra. I'll send it over to you.
Ultra. Listen, let me tell you something. I am so glad that you guys blessed the Drip Apostle. But listen, if you really want to see your gear look fly, you have to send it to the Drip God himself, Mr. Wasted Talent. And then I will tell you if your gear is worthy to be rocked by Raider Nation. That's a little hate right there for you, Graph.
No. Yo. Salute to DB. Also gifting 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships. Look, you guys, we wanted to just come kick it with you guys today.
Nah, definitely, bro.
Again, man, with the news, there's not a lot of news going on around the NFL right now, but today was more of a celebration. Just us hanging out. Everything that's happened, you know, finally, you know, it shit started coming to fruition here. And we wanted to celebrate with you guys. You know what I mean? So, you know, we're here. DB, appreciate you, brother. Salute to all the new members in the building because of my guy. Ridgeback says, haven't eaten Graph. Sounds like a Waffle House brand. And you know what's funny? I'm being very, very irresponsible here. I'm drinking some Glory Haze IPA. I got another one over here. Had coffee.
Yo, does that have Captain Caveman on the front of that?
Looks like it.
Let me see. Is that Captain Caveman?
Nah, it's not.
Oh, I'm about to say Captain Caveman. Bunga bunga.
The Drip Apostle is crazy though, bro. The Drip Apostle. I feel like that is the most like greatest compliment / backhanded. No, it's gotta be that. That was the nah. No. Let me see. Any news on Ruggs? His ass is still locked up, and he is exactly where at least he needs to be for the time being. Let's just say that.
Damn, he's making him sit.
Yeah, man. He's up for parole this year. and we'll see where he goes after that. But again, you guys, I'm not looking back. Henry Ruggs fucked up in Vegas. He deserves another chance, but I don't believe that it needs to be with us.
Yeah. Hey, block Dan Tessier right now. He needs to be blocked right now for the rest of the show. Tessier, go sit.
Full IPA.
Yo, blocked unceremoniously. Grab, please block him.
So the Bodega, man. You hear me, Wasted? The GOAT, the absolute GOAT. Bodega, man, in the building, man. The GOAT.
Yes, sir. Yeah, listen. Bodega has not been blocked today. He's been in his best behavior. Yeah. We love Bodega over here at Raider Nation Unlimited.
I'm actually shocked that you said that. So I really was just hoping that you was going to run your mouth and talk some shit, and it backfired. You know what you said, Wasted? Hit the sound. Nah.
No.
It didn't happen. It didn't happen. Salute the King Gibby. Thanks for the content. Salute to my dog, man. I don't have a mic.
I need that as a drop. Content.
Bro, Hammer has it, bro. Look, you guys, I look like I'm being held hostage right now.
That is a dope man. And see, I know he's about to do something dope there too.
Oh yeah, it's fire in here.
Yeah, it's about to be fire. People they don't understand. They don't understand. Like,
oh, look at the whip. Look at the video game card thing. Look at this shit, bro.
Yeah. See, they don't understand, bro.
TV,
they don't get it, bro. They don't understand what's about to happen there, yo.
It's kind of crazy, man. It's kind of wild out here. L11. We'll do a mock sometime this week. We'll definitely run it back with that. So definitely, I gotta go spend some time. My mom literally just got out the hospital today, and I've seen her for maybe an hour today. So
and listen, I'm starving, and Mrs. Wasted Talent is texting me right now. She's like, "Come and get your dinner because I'm not cooking again this week. If you don't eat my damn dinner, you bum."
There you go. Love you guys. As always, wipe them feet on the way out. Pay your bar tabs on the way out. Hit that subscribe button on both channels. We will be back at some point, if not tomorrow. Definitely Tuesday. So stay tuned. The content is going to be clicking like crazy right now, knowing that we got our head coach and we're on to free agency. So stay tuned. Love y'all. We are outro.